You know, I know a lot of guys wouldn't be in the industry if it wasn't for C-Note, and a lot of fans wouldn't even know what wrestling is if it wasn't for C-Note. So I'm one of those guys. When I first started watching wrestling back in '95. Not many wrestling companies are booking 5-year-olds, so I started backyard wrestling. Like, me and my brother used to just beat the shit out of each other during the commercial breaks while we were watching Monday Night Nitro. And so those were what my first backyard wrestling matches were like, just me and him beating the shit out of each other in a bedroom or a living room or whatever. The first one I did, I think, was just like some bogus battle royal bullshit. The night I debuted, I just did a run-in spot, and then the first show after that, I came and showed up early and trained, and then I believe that was the night of the battle royal at the charity thing for the children. And then my first actual match that was like my match, I'm pretty sure it was me and Dirty Scrubs McGee just getting absolutely squashed by Renner and Mr. Graves, I believe was the first match. If the Galo part is in reference to me being a Juggalo, sure, I guess. I never, I mean, I am a Juggalo, obviously. I tried to not make that part of my gimmick. I would do like what's referred to as like a dog whistle, which is where I would wear a lot of times I would wear a Twiztid shirt that didn't say Twiztid or have a Hatchet Man on or anything like that, just as like a call to any Juggalos that may have seen me that they would know, no one else would really know. But yeah, sure, that pretty much describes it. That's who I am still. I just started a YouTube channel maybe like 10 or 11 months ago, still using that name. I've had that name since I was 14. When the first night that I did the run-in, the company that it was for, I believe was called TCWA, they really wanted me to have some kind of like bogus ass like wrestler bullshit name, like fucking Jim Jacobs or fucking Pete Wilkerson or whatever, some stupid ass like that. That's what that was the trend at the time, was that every wrestler just had a made up bullshit name that could have been their real fucking name. Like, I don't know why people were doing that, but they really wanted me to have one. And the guys that were running that show were shooting me all these bullshit ass ideas, and I really wasn't feeling any of them. I shot them all down because they all sounded so fucking stupid. And then I believe it was Rattlocke that just suggested, like, hey, how about he just goes out there, because he's just doing the run-in, how about he just fat stuff tonight, and then we'll think of some other wrestling name later. And then they went for it, and then I just kept on wrestling his fat stuff. And then by the time I got into SHW and was doing death matches, like at the places I was wrestling at before, they really had my balls in a vice. They didn't want me to do anything that would make anyone in the main event look like a bitch, which I thought was whack. I thought if your matches sucked, then you shouldn't, like, the rules shouldn't be everyone else has to suck because these guys are gonna go out there and suck. But that's the way that it was. So I got to go to SHW and really fucking do my thing, and then that made it where no one gave a fuck that my name was ridiculous. Like, instead of Fast Stuff being just some weird wrestling name for some goofball that was gonna come out and do stupid shit, it was like the name of the dude that was gonna come out and be the bloodiest fucking guy you've ever seen in your entire life by the end of his match. But you know, that's still who I am today. I never could get into like being a character. I just went out and did it as myself. When I first started, I would do like I would wear like a Twisted Monster Brand shirt with like a Frankenstein on the front, to try to win, to represent Juggalo in a way to where that wasn't my character, because at the time there was another trend popping up where wrestlers who definitely weren't Juggalos that tried to make that their character. And I think it was because JCW was touring. I think that maybe they thought that they could get in that way or something. but I didn't want to be just another Juggalo wrestler. I wanted to be a wrestler who happened to be a Juggalo. So for a while I would wear that, and then like jeans, and then I got knee pads and elbow pads, so I started wearing jean shorts. And then typically I would lose the shirt through some way, you know, someone would pull it off or whatever, and so I could get hit with like glass and barbed wire and shit and bleed out more. And then towards the end I just stopped even fucking wearing a shirt out to the ring. Just show up without one. I would wear like some buddy of mine do a horrorcore group called Damnation, so I would wear like a tore up, you know, the remains of a Damnation shirt that I would take off as I was doing my intro. And then I think towards the end too, I'd even one time all of my gear got stolen. So I think by then I was just back to wear jeans shorts, or not even jean shorts, just regular jeans. And I think I had reacquired some kind of elbow pads back then, but I think the shoes that I typically wore were gone, and the shorts that I would wear were gone. But I mean, it didn't matter. I can say for sure that my favorite match that I've ever done was a little 7-minute match I did with Evil Eye, where we just we did all of the things we normally would have done, but without any of the rest spots or any of the stalling. We just went out there and we just wanted to see how fast we could do as many crazy spots as possible, and it ended up just being 7 minutes. But that match was a lot of fun. So I guess that one, I don't know. No, not really. My back and skull and knees and elbows are also tore up from that. No, not really. If I won the lottery, I would probably start running my own deathmatch shows just for fun. But I don't want to go get that beat up for somebody else to make a bunch of money off of and then throw me a couple of bucks again. No. It would be Asa Akira in one of those matches where you wrestle in the baby oil and take all each other's clothes off. Easily. No. Or, if it couldn't be that, if it has to be like an actual wrestler, I don't know. Probably C-Note. Yeah, that's exactly who it would be. It'd be C-Note in a death match. Evil Eye, easily. I wrestled a lot of people that I had a lot of fun with in the ring, but I've known Evil Eye, you know, almost my entire life, and not wrestling with him was fun just for that, but also he was down to do a lot of stuff in the ring with me that I really wanted to do that no one else had the balls to do. He was pretty much up for anything, and then even things that he wasn't really up for, a lot of times I just kind of talk him into it, or sometimes he would just kind of go for it anyways, and he wouldn't reverse it, he would just say fuck it and go for it. So him, easily. Yeah, I haven't been involved in the wrestling business for as long as I was in the wrestling business, you know. It's been every bit of like I think my last match was in like 2011 or 12, something like that. I couldn't tell you which for sure, because I was burnt out when I had intended to step away from it for a short period of time and then get back into it, and then I ended up getting a good paying job that I just couldn't, the time just wasn't there. I was working 72 hours a week and I just couldn't go do wrestling. So do the Trashbaggers have it? I have no idea. You ask someone who's still involved in wrestling. No clue. Probably. Does anyone have a good reputation of fake wrestling business? I have no idea. Sure. Yeah, if you want to see some of my matches, you can see them on I have 2 YouTube channels. One of them has no matches. One of them has matches. The Fat Stuff YouTube channel. I play games and shit. That's really it so far. I threw a couple matches on there. And then if you really want to see me just play some games and shit, that's there too. I also have a Nintendo channel because Nintendo has their own way of doing things on YouTube. And then also, if you go to tpublic.com and look for Fat Stuff, or it might even just be tpublic.com/fatstuff, I'm not entirely sure, you can get shirts that I had designed back when I was wrestling, and they're really fucking horrific and amazing, just like the shit that I would do to people in the ring. And that's it, I guess. Thank you for the interview, and wear your seatbelts and shit. I'm out.